Freddonia Gordon. I did my service at Briarwood Nursing Home and Rehabilitation Center. When you think of nursing homes, you tend to think of old ladies, like that old lady there, and old men reading their papers. And nursing homes may be a safe and convenient way to leave your loved ones. My voice is getting shaky.
That's okay. You're okay.
To have your loved ones during their final days. But we can't forget about their happiness. You know, nursing homes can be boring sometimes. And old people, they just like us. They want to have fun. I don't know about partying, but they want to have fun. At Briarwood, as soon as I got to Briarwood, the building was beautifully designed and decorated. As soon as I walked in the door, there was little puppies running around my ankles that I get to play with. And when I got to speak to the activities director, Amber, she immediately got me with the activities that we were going to do today. And the first thing I did was bingo. And during bingo, they had the bingo cards where you had to use the fingertip. And some of the residents couldn't use some of their arms. So like, they could hear, but they couldn't play. And while I was there, I noticed a few things during my service. And one was self-disclosure. Self-disclosure is a process of communication by which one person reveals their very personal life about him or herself to another person. I noticed this through Mrs. Bearfield. Mrs. Bearfield was a very vibrant character. She loved to talk, and as soon as she saw me, she kind of pulled me to her, said, "Come here, talk to me, I'm bored. We're not playing no more. Play with me." When I was with her, she told me about back in the day when she used to be a music teacher at UCA and here at Euler, and how much she loved art. I also got to see social penetration, which is as relationships develop into personal communication moves from relatively shallow, non-intimate levels to deeper, more intimate ones. And I got to see this through Mrs. Gordon. Mrs. Gordon was the one lady who I got to play bingo with who couldn't use her arms. And she didn't speak much. But when I first started, she would look at me and smile when I helped her. And as I went back to see her more and more, she starts to talk. She's like, "Oh, hey, you're back again. It's good to see you." And it was fun being with her. I also noticed that messages reveal and impact the nature of relationships between communicators, according to Eula Survival Guide. I noticed this through Mrs. Bearfield. You know, when I first met Miss Bearfield, she was to me because I'm bored. But the more I got to be with her, the more she was like, "Okay, now you're my friend." And I get to establish a better relationship with her. Even though I felt like I did well during my service learning, I also needed improvements. And one way I can improve my communication skills and my relationships is through relational communication. Relational communication, according to Abigail Lane Gooch, 2014, relational communication is not only conversing on topics, but on the relationship as well. I tend to have habits of not following through with relationships and hesitant about keeping a relationship because I'm usually a loner, you know, somewhat like an outcast. So I know that's something I can improve on into my community. Another thing I could help with in my community is integrity. Integrity, according to Abigail Lane Gooch, is modeling our values for others by holding ourselves accountable to the same standards that we hold. And by holding the same integrity to other people in our community, we can help our community. People will rather see you do it, and then they can do it too. You wouldn't see a person who just do it because they wanted to. They see it because other people in the community care about that certain thing. In conclusion, Briarwood was an amazing place to volunteer at. I got to meet amazing people. I got to establish great friendships with people. We tend to forget about the elder ones in our community, even know they are safe and they are cared for, we do not think about their social life, I should say, also their social life. And they're just like us, and we should show them that we care about them and value their time before it's too late.